Upgrading Repetrel to version 2.4 on your Hyrel 3D printer. Alright, first thing we're going to do is open up Repetrel and check your version. On the settings menu, it should be listed right there, 2.492 on mine. Next, your 407 version, 2.402, displayed at the bottom of your 3D view in your log. Finally, we're going to check our 103 version. So on the page data for each head, we go to the last page and click the read button, 231 alpha rather. We check our hot bed controller, click read 231 alpha. So that's the current version for everything. When I made this video, it probably isn't by the time you're watching it, so check on the web. How we do that, we go to hyrel3d.net and click on downloads. There'll be a link at the top of the page here, current software firmware release, and it shows us right there what our versions are. Now there's going to be two bundles. We always want the combo bundle if you haven't updated your slicer lately, because that includes a new slicer. So we're going to just save that to our downloads folder. If you're installing on another computer, also get these USB drivers.zip. That's in case we need to manually install all the drivers on a different machine. You might want to pause this. This is where we check to see if your 103s are the old style or new style with the jumpers. All right, next we're going to double click to extract the combo zip files. We're just going to extract them and put them right there in the downloads folder. This will take a couple of minutes to extract. They're big files. When that's done, we'll do the same thing with the USB drivers.zip. We'll just extract them also, just the downloads directory. Again, those are only needed for new installs on a new machine. And when they were extracted, we'll just drag them into the top level of the Repetrel folder so that we always know where to find them. Once that's all done, I'm just going to reposition these windows so we can get these files in their actual live locations. So on the left side, I'm going to navigate to the top level of the C drive. I'm going to look for the current Repetrel folder. There it is. I'm just going to rename it to Repetrel_old. You see I've got a lot of different versions on there from repeatedly doing upgrades. Now we're going to extract move the one that we extracted and drag it to the top level of C. Now you want to hover for a second because sometimes that tree will re-expand and open up other folders. Just drop it in the top level of C. Excellent. Now we're going to go to look for the slicer installs, which may be either on just at C. They could be under C program files. They could be under C program files x86. You want to check all three locations and delete any folders called slicer, because we don't want to have multiple installs on the same computer. It'll confuse things. Once we've got them all deleted, we're going to take this one that we extracted and we're going to move it to C program files. Now I've got a 64-bit system, so it's actually going to go into program files x86. Once that's done, we're going to close these guys, launch Repetrel. You should see the new version under your settings menu. But I'm going to show you this new option at the bottom of your settings menu called Ecosystem Applications. This is where you're going to go in, and if you've got any other programs that we're going to call for other functionality, you can navigate to where their config files or their executable files are located. So there'll be instructions forthcoming about what the other apps are and what functions they provide. Save that. Next, we're going to import our slicer recipes. Import slicer all recipes. Now I'm going to have to acknowledge some overwrites because I've done this repeatedly. It would not overwrite any custom named recipes that you've already saved, but it will overwrite the new default recipes with some improvements. These recipes should display right now. If they don't, quit Repetrel and restart it, and they should be showed up fine. Next, we're going to show you again the version for your 407 motion controller. If that needed an update, you would go to File, Update Firmware, 407 motion controller. Instructions follow at the end. For your 103s, your hot head and hot bed controllers, same thing. Check that version, go to the last page and click Read. If an update was required, you go to File, Update Firmware, and pick Hot Head Controller. All right. Instructions for doing these are linked from hyrel3d.net/instructions and hyrel3d.net/downloads. Thanks for watching.